Hey everyone, welcome back to Minuscast. I believe this is episode number 5.
Yes.
We have Nathaniel Bandy,
Hello.
D-Pad Gamer, Tetrabit Gaming, and myself. Unfortunately, we're missing Chari this time.
I know he
he's here
usually
in
does
spirit,
the
though.
intros, so we're kind of lost. We have no idea how this works now.
Every time someone says he's here in spirit, it just sounds like they're dead.
This is not the first time we've done this. I remember we did a photo on the Minus World Twitter where he wasn't there, and we told him to Photoshop it.
No, I don't think anyone ever photoshopped him in.
I feel like someone did.
No,
I feel like someone did.
Okay.
I don't remember who it was. I don't even know what the event was. I think it was PAX.
I think it was, we were behind the Screenwave booth.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
It was like right after our session.
I forgot about that.
Because I think he was supposed to be there, but he didn't make it on time or something.
Yeah, Chari was
remember.
I think he was with someone else. I think he was with some other people that weekend, but
maybe.
No, speaking of PAX, we're all going to be going. I have my passes. I just got them. And I think 6 out of 10 of Minus World's going to be there. So it's pretty hype.
Yeah.
That's more than half. That's pretty good.
More than half. And on
Doing
top
some
of
quick
that,
maths.
Quick math.
And on top of that, we're going to have a panel too, where we're talking about how to make YouTube work for you.
How to get that dope YouTube Skrilla money.
That's right.
With a professional PowerPoint.
Oh, our PowerPoint is fantastic. It is great.
I think they're gonna record it, so I'm hoping we can take their footage and
sick.
upload it on our channel.
I heard they were gonna stream it.
Or stream it,
Too,
yeah.
Yeah, we can
that's next level for a
We can take the VOD and just throw it on.
Should we transition to the topic now?
Yes, let's start with the topics.
I wanted to make a transition when you said spirits. I was like, speaking of spirits, Smash Bros. Ultimate. Byleth and the remaining 6 future fighters.
Oh, yeah,
that's
6?
Insane.
It is 6.
There's gonna be 6.
Oh.
Did you watch the
That was pretty cool.
Sakurai
That was a big announcement.
I think I skipped around it.
Oh,
it was towards the end.
Dude, I got up at 9 a.m. or whatever and watched it.
Not worth
mistake.
it. I mean, I think I'm the only one here who actually played the game, and I don't think that was worth it.
Ooh.
Yeah. I don't know. I didn't really care for it. I just think it was hilarious how the trailer made fun of there being too many anime swordsmen.
Yeah.
Wow, they were adding an anime swordsman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So funny.
I just remember when it first started, Byleth had that sword and it sticks out the sides, and I thought it was Kylo Ren at first. It's like a sword looks like Kylo Ren's sword. I was like, no way, dude, they're adding Kylo Ren to Smash. And then 2 seconds later, I was like, wait a second, this looks like Fire Emblem.
I saw the animation within 2 seconds. I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. They're actually adding another Fire Emblem character.
Yeah, I'm like, am I watching the right direct? Is this like a Fire Emblem direct that I clicked by accident?
Yeah.
Well, I think the only thing, I'm happy for people who love Fire Emblem. I just felt like it just felt so sales pitchy for the game. And correct me if I'm wrong, I don't know, but didn't DLC drop for the game that same day?
Yes.
Or am I wrong?
Yes.
Okay.
That's correct.
That was what was kind of weird to me was I know they filmed the direct months ago, right? But it just seemed like they went over everything about Three Houses and then, kind of then dropping the DLC later. I'm like, was that was there some sort of structure there? Or?
I mean, technically all Nintendo Directs are just commercials, but
true.
It was made in a way. This happened with Corrin too. It was very similar, where it just felt like they were just trying to pitch the new game, and that was it. So it's not necessarily as fun to watch when it's kind of done that way. I think that's why people were upset, just because it was like, oh, they're just pitching the new game. It didn't. I mean, obviously, I'm sure Sakura was excited about making the character and stuff, but yeah.
Yeah, I think a big issue with Byleth comes from the fact that, well, it is a Fire Emblem character, but I think it's very much a faceless protagonist because you have no voice. Any information you actually give about yourself in the game is irrelevant. And obviously there's 2 versions, so it's I don't know, what can you even talk about with a Fire Emblem character, specifically about the character? Because all the weapons they use are just pulled from other characters. So you can't really talk about the bow without talking about the golden deers. I was I know the name of the house. And the various ancient artifacts are just pulled from other characters basically. Byleth has the sword, but that's really the only defining trait. And also they as someone who played the game, they spoiled a lot of stuff even though they said they weren't going to. I thought that's pretty funny.
Wow.
But I can't say what without it being a spoiler. But I mean, yeah.
I think it's really interesting that they spoiled this stuff because I think this was recorded back in November, and the game came out in November, right?
Yeah, but he had said that he
No,
had time with it before.
December,
yeah, he said he had time with it before it came out, so he didn't. I don't know if he actually knew all the plot stuff. So they just talked about what they thought was important, but didn't. I don't know if they knew what was where in the game. If that makes sense.
Okay.
Specifically, because like he mentioned the hair thing, which is just that is a thing that happens somewhere in the timeline, but yeah, it's just like a lot of weird stuff, especially considering they're trying to sell people on the game.
Yeah. I don't know. I had a crazy theory that Byleth was supposed to be in the second wave of DLC, and they kind of just brought her from that one into this one just to hype up the DLC for Fire Emblem. Because like I don't know, people keep saying no one said this, but Reggie did say, and I quote, he said, when someone asked about the DLC characters, he said these are going to be characters that are new to the series, just like Joker from Persona 5, characters that you would not anticipate to be in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. And I think that's why a lot of people were disappointed, because like it was like all the 4 characters prior were brand new to the series. They were like huge characters that you wouldn't expect to be in a Smash game up until now, I guess. And then they're just like, oh yeah, and here's a Fire Emblem character. Here's number 9 for the roster. So I feel like I think the timing was just bad. I feel like if they released Byleth in the second wave, people wouldn't have been as upset, I guess.
It would seem more
the
likely.
character's only been live for a little bit too, because like, they've only been out for a couple months, which is interesting.
Yeah.
Well, what's weird about that is Sakurai wasn't able to add Rex from Xenoblade, and that was because the game was like too new. But yet, Fire Emblem Three Houses is fine. I don't know. It's kind of weird, but I mean,
I do wonder if it's the thing where it just got fast tracked because they wanted to prop up that series.
Yeah,
which is like fine, but like I don't know. And I'm happy for those people that do like Byleth to be in the game, but I understand. I'm with those people that are kind of disappointed. I'm not really disappointed. I got Banjo. I literally don't care who else they can add into the game at this point.
Yeah, I'm so indifferent with like who they add in the future. Like, I mean, there's a couple of like, you know, ones that I would want. I guess like Crash would be cool.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about like 5 characters, 5 more characters we want to be added to Smash.
Do you want to do like characters we want or characters we think are going to happen to start? Because I think we should kind of do both.
Let's say like who you want, but like realistically, like who you think would be realistic.
Minecraft Steve.
I can see Steve.
Legit.
I can see.
I legit think that'd be possible. I don't think Goku would ever happen.
Right.
Nah, probably not.
I think the weird thing about Goku is that it's probably not going to happen this game, but I think it will happen eventually. I think because here's like Sakurai supposedly has all of these rules for who can get in the game and who can't, but the rules continue to get broken as the years go by. So I think eventually it's going to get to the point where Goku is in Smash Bros. It could be, 3 Smash Bros games from now or the next one. We don't know, but I think it will happen just because the demand is so ridiculously high for that character.
Because isn't one of the rules like it has to be a video game based character?
Yeah,
like it has to originate from a game. It can't originate from an anime, even though there are Dragon Ball games.
Right. Yeah, but there are. I forgot where I saw this, but there are actually some spirits. I think that are not from a video game, but they're in the game as a spirit. So he technically broke his rule through that.
Okay.
Speaking of spirits, I think that's one of the things when they released the Resident Evil Spirit Pack.
Oh yeah.
That was like, that
was weird.
To me, I'm like, that's cool, but like to me, I was always like, I want Leon S. Kennedy in the game. I mean, I don't think he would be an amazing addition. I just love him as a character. Resident Evil 4 is one of my favorite games, and I just think, a representation from that series would be cool. I guess kind of going down the line, I grew up playing a lot of obviously the platformers and stuff, but on the other side of the spectrum, I was like big on Xbox, a lot of the shooters. So, a Master Chief or something like that would be cool.
Gears of War.
I think
Gears of
honestly,
War,
I think Master Chief is very likely to happen right before the new Xbox drops. I could see that happening because I mean the DLC is coming out till December 2021, so they're probably gonna have a fighter near Christmas this year. So I would not be surprised to see Master Chief as like the 3rd or 4th character that they put in.
I mean, I get that, but I feel like Nintendo wouldn't want to like advertise for Xbox One.
Well, Sakurai straight up advertised Banjo. Like he said, buy it on Xbox.
Yeah, well, that's because he knew that it wasn't having a game anytime soon. So I don't know if that's even.
Well, yeah, that's true. I guess that's a fair point.
That's basically like pointing to the grave, like, "Hey, we dug him up from over there." Like, go pay your respects when you feel like it.
But yeah, I think like from Microsoft, I think Minecraft Steve has a better chance than Master Chief. Who else? I want another character from Sonic. I think Sonic's super underrepresented in Smash.
I'm stunned. There's no Tails,
literally anyone else,
Knuckles, or Dr. Eggman. Like, I cannot believe. It's weird because apparently Sakurai's based off Sonic's moveset by only playing Sonic 1 and Sonic 06. And that's why his moveset's so boring, because he hasn't played the other Sonic games.
Huh.
So I almost wonder if we do want a character from another Sonic title. Is he only going to play like 2 of the games again, or what?
You should play Sonic Riders for the Kinect.
Yeah, there were Sonic Free Riders.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sonic
so
Chronicles, The Dark Brotherhood. You should play that.
Oh god.
Which Sonic character do you think it would be if it happened? Either Knuckles or Tails?
Definitely Tails.
Definitely Tails.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're not counting Sis trophies, I probably think Shadow as a clone character would happen before Knuckles or Tails.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I think it makes more sense. I don't know if Tails as a fighter makes a lot of sense. I guess Knuckles would make that. Tails kind of just flies. He doesn't really fight.
Well, to be fair, in like the Sonic Adventure games, he had his mech, so that opens up the whole like sort of Bowser Jr. route, which is it's interesting that they went with that rather than any sort of like Mario Sunshine Bowser Jr. Which I still wish that would happen. Like I love that character design. But
the brush
didn't. Yeah. Basically, dude, Epic Mickey, like it's not gonna happen. Can you imagine?
Yeah, okay.
Like having a Disney character in there, like
any Disney character.
I mean, maybe Sora will happen.
Yeah, I was thinking Sora would be interesting. I think it's super unlikely, but I think it'd be cool because I mean, it's already weird that Sora exists because it's like a Disney / Sony thing.
Yeah.
But to have it then in Nintendo is like, it's crossing too many streams. It's not gonna work. Yeah, no, I mean, honestly, I feel like this Smash team in general can make any character work realistically, but it's all about like whether or not there is a financial / like logistical, route to it happening.
Yeah, exactly.
Because like Banjo happened, I think, because like Microsoft was so open to it.
Yeah.
And Joker, because obviously like that's a real great collaboration right there. But some of them, like I don't see Master Chief happening super likely. I think it's possible, but I don't think it's super likely. Same thing with Doom guy. I think it's possible.
I don't understand.
But I don't think it's.
I don't know. I don't see that at all.
What about Gino from Super Mario RPG? And the reason why I bring that up is I don't know if it's 100% accurate, but I'm pretty sure at one point Gino was planned for Brawl. Whether someone found something in the files or one of the interviews I think they did mentioned that it was an idea, but it ended up getting pulled. Don't quote me on that. There's probably better resources out there.
Jamie,
that's right.
Yeah,
Tetris on Jamie today.
Hacking.
Yeah, no, I definitely heard that too, but
I'm pretty sure he's the one that said that. But so I haven't played Super Mario RPG, so I know nothing about Gino. I don't understand the hype. I'm sure he's a great character and all, but I know nothing about him.
I think it's like another Banjo nostalgia factor thing.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah. Well, I barely played RPG, but honestly, from what I remember from that, he was like as impactful as Skull Kid from Ocarina of Time, which is to say not very. But then again, maybe I'm misremembering because, I don't know. I honestly don't see where the hell do you even get his moveset. You just make it up on the spot, like with Captain Falcon. Like, we're just going to throw some stuff out.
I think because he's a puppet, and also you can change his limbs off in the game to be different weapons.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So
that sounds
cool,
like
actually. That would be the mechanic would be like he'd have like a slug shot. Because like all of it's like, a lot of them are like firing weapons. So he could like, shoot his fists off, shoot, pellet gun, all these different things. Then he has a lot of powers oriented towards like, beam cannon and other things. So he can transform into stuff too. So like there is some interesting mechanics that could be definitely used for a moveset.
Sound like you just described like a weird version of Mega Man.
Pretty much.
Like, I'm not saying that'd be a bad thing. I think that'd be cool. Honestly, I always like seeing new characters because they always bring something new to the table. Even Byleth, he is
He looks like he's gonna be fun to play as.
Generic, yeah, but some interesting stuff like with super armor on like the crazy axe attack. Like, I think there's a lot of neat stuff.
And that's what I've loved about this game so far is that a lot of the new characters are like nostalgia based. Doesn't matter how relevant they are. It's just like fan favorites. We've got Ridley, K. Rool, Banjo, and now possibly Gino. Simon Belmont, well, not as highly requested, but I've always wanted.
Still pretty
Belmont.
big.
Yeah,
yeah, honestly, pretty big inclusion to include Castlevania. That's huge.
Yeah, like the last big NES, to have the full NES all cast character. All they'd have to add now is Ryu from Ninja Gaiden, and then they'll have like all the classic NES games in Smash Bros.
What's that one meme NES game to keep adding to their collections? Not Streets of Rage. Oh, what's it called? The one they added to the NES Classic, and it was just a meme. I can't remember.
I don't know.
Anyway,
did you look it up? Did you find out?
Yeah, I did. So apparently it was considered for Brawl. Plans, however, ultimately fell through due to rights issues involving Squeenix, who co-owns the rights of Gino along with Nintendo.
Of course.
They probably just struck a deal for the Mii Gunner outfit, but who knows? That'd be cool.
I can't wait for a Gino to get in the game and it has one song for the stage. It's gonna be great.
It better be freaking
Ron's Forest.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking of.
It's like the most iconic Mario RPG song.
Okay,
well, that's the spoof of it on YouTube.
Honestly, I don't even know what the original sounds like. I just hear the spoof of it.
I doubt they're gonna do this, but do you think they're gonna add any Echo Fighters, or is it gonna be all brand new characters?
I think they're gonna.
I was gonna say, I feel like Echo Fighters might cheapen the experience unless they are. It's weird. I was gonna say like a change enough, but if they're changing that much, then it's not as much of an Echo. Because how far away from the original with an Echo can they get? Like,
well, the only two characters I have in mind that I think could happen, but probably won't, is Shadow or Octolings. But I don't think they're probably not gonna do that. I was just wondering if you guys thought maybe
I could see them doing that to promote Splatoon 3 on if that happens next year.
Maybe it's like a free character they throw in.
See, I hope now that you bring that up, I think they might do one Echo Fighter just because they added an extra fighter to the DLC. They might do that as like as a make good attempt, just to like not rip people off for including clone in one of the 5.
Yeah, it's like a dodge a bullet card. Like
You know how this is a dumb point. You know how in Mario Maker 2, how they added it so like you get like Link and you have like the moveset of Link? What if they like that's their 6th character? They adjust Mii Fighters so that you get custom movesets based on the costumes. It would add thousands of hours of work, but like, can you imagine how cool that'd be?
That'd be pretty sick.
I know it's never gonna happen, but
Sans Undertale and Smash?
Dude, yes.
Cuphead? I'm so excited for Cuphead. That's honestly so cool.
I'm pretty hyped too.
We have Sans Undertale, Cuphead. We need Minecraft Steve. We need Ninja Fortnite.
Just
Christ.
Fortnite default character.
A Fortnite character would be
Freddy Fazbear, Baldi. That actually pretty good. Dude, I want to play as Baldi and smack people with a ruler. That'd be sick.
Freddy Fazbear, I truly wonder, given the indie route, like if you think of monumental indie games,
like, I could see it as like a Mii costume.
It's like Undertale and like FNAF are like
they're huge.
Kind of the ones that have stood the test of the time. So
is this the bite of 87?
That's the final Smash. Like
Markiplier shows up as the final Smash. And Matt Pad and Markiplier
throws a Game Theory logo out. It's like extra damage.
Oh, Christ.
Oh man.
I once did a video where my intro was I took the Game Theory logo and like threw it like a saw blade. Like it cut my logo in half.
Not to get like super downer, but what happens after Ultimate? Like where do they go from here?
They just take a break for like 5 years. Yeah, Ultimate 2.
Honestly, it should turn into Resident Evil 4 and Skyrim. Just keep porting that thing.
I mean, I'd be fine with that, but if they don't go that route, then like, can you imagine going back to like say 40 fighters or some shit?
You can't go back. That's the problem. You can't go back after this.
Yeah,
it's
like they open.
That's what I'm saying. Just keep. Yeah, they're gonna have to drastically change something. I don't know what. I really have no idea.
Ultimate just goes on forever. It just constantly gets new DLC and it becomes like the new was it Mugen?
Yeah.
Oh,
honestly,
dude, hell
they
yeah.
might want to do that. I don't know. They
Character
can't top
roster
this game.
7,000 characters.
Pretty much.
I think they're gonna include another like probably a Gen 8 Pokemon. I can
Oh,
see that
yeah.
happen.
I
Yeah.
better be
Pokemon.
Inteleon so I can snipe people.
They need to add Score Bunny, but not give him a kick. Just keep it true to the game.
See, I don't know why they never add like DLC for Pokemon or assist trophies. I feel like they should add more of those, even though like maybe they don't get used as much. But
What about Waluigi?
like,
Does he have a chance?
I wish he did. I mean, I'm
Me too.
really.
could you imagine if the last fighter,
Was
the
Waluigi?
absolute last
Dude,
fighter
that
he
would be
announces was
so
Waluigi?
hype. That would honestly be
Oh,
so hype. I'm not
I
gonna
would
lie.
lose my mind. Yeah.
In the scale of like the was it Nintendo of New York where they do the announcement reveals in the store
Yeah.
Mhm.
and like the hype levels, like Waluigi would be equivalent to like someone just setting the store on fire. Like,
Yeah. Like, I'm just like break all the windows and just start like throwing stuff. Speaking of that thing, I saw a video comparison of people comparing all the
I
DLC
know.
reactions.
Mhm.
Violence was quiet. Like no, like there was like a little bit of a cheer and then just died. And no
Dude,
one was
I
like,
Oh.
When I put up together my highlight video, I didn't even include the Byleth because I had no reaction.
Yeah, I saw your thumbnail. Wasn't it just Cuphead?
It's
Like,
just
yeah.
Cuphead. I loved
Like, I-
Arlo's. Dude, Arlo's reaction, he was literally just laughing. Because he was like, really? Another Fire Emblem character? And that was it. He just laughed
Yeah.
for 2 minutes.
what would happen though if we got Waluigi, but like he's specifically
He
in a
sucked.
cart? Like he's only in a
Oh,
cart.
yeah, he's
in a
only in a cart.
Yeah, or something garbage like that where like they
Oh
like
my god.
what would his moveset even be? Like I guess run around, smack with a racket.
He
Like
could swim.
Yeah, but
There's
taco
a lot of
stand.
games where he like swims through the air.
Oh,
to
yeah.
Attack.
yeah. So I never understood that. Why like Mario Tennis, he's like just has like swim related power smash moves.
He's like that in Mario and Sonic too. Like when he's ice skating, you can basically do some moves where you get speed and he just swims through the air. I don't get it.
It's so weird.
I
yeah,
think
that doesn't make a lot of sense.
when someone made the Waluigi Brawl mod or Project M mod,
Mhm.
it was actually a pretty good build. Like I thought
I recently played that actually.
charging up his Y attack was like really
Yep.
clever.
Okay.
And, like the more you charge it up, like the more higher he yells, and like the hitbox is actually how big the word is that comes out of his mouth.
That's
Oh.
hilarious.
So is he like a meta character, or is that like the only fourth wall break kind of thing? Like
Okay.
you know what I mean?
I think that was the thing I remember. I think the rest is like they pulled some of his moves from like the assist trophy, like the stomping on the ground, the tennis racket,
Gotcha.
things like that.
I think his dash or one of his tilts was the racket. It wasn't even like a main attack. We've covered a lot of the bases. For
Yeah.
I'm trying to think what else I
characters people
care
wanna see.
for. I honestly like Crash and Spyro would be both pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Spyro
don't-
would be cool.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, I
Rayman.
recently started playing the games.
Rayman.
And Rayman would be good too.
Yeah.
Glover, of course.
Hey,
how about no?
I was just thinking because Assassin's Creed, like I was surprised that
Oh, yeah, that's so
Altair's
random.
costume got in as a Mii fighter.
Yeah.
I wonder what that could open up with Ubisoft. If
I was surprised it was Altair instead of like
Rabbids.
Ezio.
Oh, there was rabbits.
yeah, Rabbids.
I forgot
Yeah.
there was rabbits.
No, I mean like a Rabid fighter or like having some
Rabid
sort of.
Peach.
Because didn't Nintendo and Ubisoft have like a rough patch during the Wii U era, if I remember correctly? Towards the end of
Probably?
life, I think so. I think like they just weren't interested in working together for a while, or was that EA? I can't remember.
I think that was
I mean,
EA. Ubisoft
Yeah, probably.
put out.
EA.
Ubisoft originally had Rayman Legends exclusive for the Wii U, and then like
Right,
2
they had a lot of games
months-
on the Wii U. They had like Assassin's Creed Odyssey, Rayman. I'm trying to think what else they had. I was gonna say
I don't
Black Ops
remember.
2, but that's definitely not
No, not
Ubisoft.
Are you talking about like Ubisoft like games?
Yeah, just ports and stuff on the Wii U.
Oh, gotcha. Did
2013.
Prince of Persia get on the Wii U at all?
No,
Okay.
that came out like 2009 or 8. Was there a Prince of Persia movie? Oh yeah, there was a movie, and I remember it being
Yeah.
that good.
Oh, so for on the Wii U, the
Wasn't me.
Ubisoft, we got stuff like Assassin's Creed 3, Just Dance 4, Marvel Avengers, Rabbids Land, Zombie U. Dude, anybody remember Zombie
Yeah,
U?
Zombie
Oh my
U.
god,
Oh,
jeez.
people were excited for that
Christ.
until it came out.
yeah.
I remember that.
The Smurfs 2.
The
holy
shit.
Smurfs too.
Big
Yeah.
release.
Just Dance, Rayman Legends did come out on the Wii U.
Okay, I want
that came out a
Just
lot of
Dance
stuff.
default character in Smash Bros.
Dude,
Pretty sick.
it's like
one
it's
of
like
the
an Echo
greatest
Fighter
avatars.
of Wii
Wii
Fit.
Fit.
Yeah, there we go. It'd be
That's
perfect.
pretty legit.
There's a game called Child of Light. It's like an indie thing. That's from
Oh, that
Ubisoft.
sounds-
Got on
That
Wii
sounds
U.
familiar.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I
Yeah.
played it.
Maybe it was EA. I remember there was some company that just like had a falling out with Nintendo for a while.
EA still doesn't like the Switch. They put like 2 games on it, and they're like, yeah, it's not selling
FIFA.
well.
Yeah.
That's because
Like
they
garbage
brainwashed
garbage.
their fans on the Xbox.
Well,
I was gonna say, by the way, Trials Rising did get on the Nintendo Switch. So like, can you imagine just a dude on a motorcycle running people over?
Trials for Smash.
But honestly, I'm looking through like the list of games that have come out from Ubisoft, and like, there's not a lot that sticks out. Like Far Cry is a huge franchise, but I don't see any of that coming over. You know?
Yeah.
Another thing to consider too is like, I mean, are all the characters that were in Sony's version of Smash Brothers are probably off the table? I would imagine, right?
Maybe.
Yeah.
I guess so. They didn't really have any like huge, well-known characters. It was almost like super niche Sony stuff. They didn't even have like Crash or Spyro.
Right. I mean, they had like characters like, you know, I think they had like Isaac from Dead Space, which I thought being in the shooter category, I felt like Dead Space is pretty monumental.
Yeah.
I didn't know they had that. I know they had like Drake.
Clank,
I brought up I jamied it up. I brought up a list if you want to know them. So you know, Big Daddy from BioShock, Cole McGrath, Infamous. I love Infamous. Dude from Killzone, Dante.
The rapper, I think.
I don't know who Starhawk is. Actually, there's 2 McGraths. Fat Princess from Fat Princess. What is this crap?
I know who that is. I don't know what game it's from.
Dude from Tekken, Dead Space, Jack and Daxter. Oh, dude, if only. 2 characters from Gravity Rush, Kratos, character from Heavenly Sword. It's like a popular series. I'm not super familiar. Uncharted, Parappa the Rapper, Raiden from Metal Gear. Can you imagine getting like a Metal Gear character?
Well, hold on.
That's not
Snake?
That's not Snake. Like another. I was. Okay, sorry. What?
I was gonna say, does that maybe mean they are on the table? Just assuming if they can pull from the same series, like Metal Gear, for instance.
Well, I noticed you mentioned Dante, and a lot of people have been wanting to see Dante in Smash Bros. As well.
Yeah.
Wasn't there like there was some sort of that's right. It was like a tweet or something. How the Twitter said expect something big on the same day the Sakurai Direct was, and everyone was like, "Oh yeah, Dante confirmed." I'm like,
what did it end up being?
I don't remember.
I think they announced
I don't
something.
know. It was some sort of Devil May Cry announcement, but everyone just jumped on that. I'm like, you can't just jump on stuff like that.
Well, for what it's worth, apparently Dante received a special statue that was announced right around that time, but I don't know if that was specifically what they're referring to.
Built in his honor for not making it to Smash.
Oh, dude, hell
Not
yeah!
yet. Maybe you'll be in
Participation trophy. Sackboy would be pretty cool. That's from Little Big Planet, right?
Yeah.
Because I feel like
would fit.
Right, and I'm wondering if you could even, not that Sackboy is a voodoo doll by any means, but I'm wondering if they could work in like some sort of like counter based off of just him looking like that. I don't know.
Well, no, I get what you mean, because also, were you guys ever play Tearaway? It's specifically on the PS Vita, so I'm guessing probably not. But Tearaway is like it's like Little Big Planet, same people, but like it uses like the touch of the back of the Vita because it's like a touch back there, and you basically like tear through the world and like everything's made out of paper, and like it reminds me of like the Unravel game, like in sort of aesthetic wise.
Okay.
Like I feel like something like that. Like they could easily make some sort of like papercraft sack thing. It'd be cool to see something. Conquer.
Oh, dude, you know what?
Probably not.
Think of is it Marissa or Melinda? What is the did you guys play Mischief Makers?
No.
Sounds so familiar. Marina,
yes. Did you search it?
Yeah. No, I started searching, and one of the autofills was questionable.
Mischief Makers was really cool just because it was a side scroller, but all the mechanics had to do with grabbing and combining and shaking, and it was actually really, really fun. And the music in the game is actually pretty good too. Aesthetically, in terms of a lot of the bosses, it's whatever, but I thought the mechanics and the game was very memorable for me, playing it when I was younger. Xbox Bomberman.
Yes, there we go. Bomberman
Yes,
Zero.
Xbox 360.
God. That's like the super realistic one, right?
It's if you want to say that, I guess.
Well, realistic.
What about
like
who was that really bad hedgehog in Sonic 06? He was like Mephiles or something.
Melistopheles or what? I don't care.
I want
it's like a
big
big
Smash Bros. He's like ultra edgy Shadow.
Mephiles?
I think it was Mephiles.
Mephiles, Ephiles.
I just remember from Game
that's what it
Grumps, they were
was.
like laughing at his name.
Mephiles the Dark. No, but if they're gonna do that, they need to bring in the one from most recent Sonic.
Infinite?
Infinite.
Oh yeah, Infinite. It's basically Mephiles. All their edgy characters are the same. I need ultimate power. That's literally all of them.
You can't really out-edge Shadow by much, so.
Well, honestly, I don't know. I feel
He's
like
the original
Infinite
Edge.
tops him though. I mean, yeah, he's not OG, but he tops him like in terms of just
know.
like
He
Edge
lost.
Lord.
He
What's
lost.
that other? What's that? Rystar?
Oh yeah,
like
the
the
game
second
that's
other-
like a star guy.
Yeah,
He has a star for
yeah.
a face.
I'm unfamiliar.
it's like
It's a
Sega's
really
like
weird,
second
obscure game.
biggest like IP of their
That
own
could
or
be-
whatever.
I could see that being like an assist trophy, but not a character.
Yeah.
I'll say this for you guys: Monkey Ball.
Yes. Yes. come
Aye,
on. Aye.
Or
Let's
Monkey,
go.
That'd be
Monkey
sick.
Cube.
Monkey
Monkey-
Cube.
Have you guys you see the updates they put out?
Yeah, you can like change your shapes.
What?
So weird.
Really?
Yeah.
In
In
Banana
the new,
Boat?
in the, yeah,
What? That's crazy.
it's like
Huh.
cute. I don't know what the other shapes were, but yeah, it's just like so stupid.
Wow. I still need
New
to finish
challenge
that.
video.
Yeah, do a
Yeah.
challenge
Monkey
video.
ball and a cube.
Monkey Ball, all bananas.
As
I've been thinking
Obama
about
Prism.
doing
Can you beat Monkey Ball as Obama Prism?
Jesus.
That'd actually be so funny.
that. I love Obama
I just like
Prism.
hover over the thumbnail. It's like a 3-hour video.
Oh man.
More.
So move-
Oh,
I have a suggestion. Let's move on to Super Nintendo World because we've been
Gotcha.
talking about Smash for a while. I feel like we could probably talk about this for 3 hours.
Probably.
Probably could.
So Super Nintendo World, obviously being the theme park. Is that the name of the one in Japan or is that the one that's coming to the States?
In
both.
Japan. Well, I
Both.
guess
It's-
both. Yeah.
the name applies to both. On the Wikipedia page, they're under the same thing, but they're
Right.
just like differentiated by Universal Studio Japan or Universal's Epic
Orlando.
Universe, which is
Yeah.
Correct me if
annoying.
I'm wrong, but the ones coming to the States are like a nerfed version.
How's
I
that
Probably.
work?
heard
How do we know they're gonna be nerfed?
I heard they're just bringing like select rides from the Japanese experience. Like I've heard the one that's coming
Well,
to.
that's why we're all going to Japan.
I don't know about the
So we
one
get a
in
real
Orlando,
experience.
but I think I've heard the one in California is only getting the Mario Kart ride.
Oh
As
wow.
far as I've heard, it's not as far as I know. Could be wrong, but I've heard that the ones in the States are getting only select experiences from the Japanese one.
So like we're
Dang,
getting the
that's
Mario
lame.
Kart 8, but everyone else is getting the deluxe.
Yeah,
Mario
pretty
Kart
much.
9,
Damn.
Mario Kart 2. We're getting Mario Kart Tour while they're getting Mario Kart 8
Oh
Deluxe.
my god. Let's not-
Microtransactions in line.
How many rides can you ride on for the same price as Diddy?
That's Diddy Kong.
Is it possible to ride every Super Nintendo World ride in 1 hour? In the videos, you just like
Oh.
sprinting to all the rides, trying to cut through people.
That'd actually
Yeah.
be really funny. I'd watch
Credit
that.
cards,
challenge.
credit cards in both hands.
Get out of the way, fools!
But there's
I got the
like
fast
dollar,
pass,
you have like a dollar amount on the bottom of the screen. It just keeps going up.
dude. I got there's like fast passes in like Six
Yeah.
Flags. Okay, Nintendo calls it the Golden Mushroom Pass, so you can zoom by everybody in line.
Dang.
Be genius.
The
it gonna be as-
capitalism lane.
Is it gonna be like?
Capitalism lane.
It's gonna be just as expensive as the Gold Pass. It should be free.
Yep.
It should be free for owners of the Gold Pass.
That's right.
So
if
some-
you have a gold pass, you have a golden mushroom pass.
Yeah.
So something interesting. Having just come back from which one is it? Disney World? That's the one in Florida.
I don't know
Yeah,
where'd you
World.
go.
Yeah. To Florida. Yeah, I can't remember if it was Disney World or Disneyland.
Like, how are
Um,
we supposed to know?
But like in terms of I was just trying to remember which park was in
Yeah.
what location.
Right.
But like the amount of money that the tickets are, and they had like and I didn't look into it in terms of how much it was, but like they had this thing where you could actually go up to these kiosks and you could register a time slot where you could actually utilize a faster lane on that particular ride only during that time slot.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you had to pay for it. By the way, tickets are already super, super expensive.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I don't know if this is really cool or really awful.
yeah.
It's really cool when you have a fast pass.
Yeah.
'Cause,
I love Disneyland. I've never been to Disney World, but I know exactly what you're talking about. So they do have a free option and a paid option. So a free option, like you go to the ride in person. They have these booths. You stamp a card. It tells you to come back at a certain time. You come back, then there's like a separate lineup for people that have these fast passes. You scan them, whatever, they let you through to a quicker lineup. But also the paid version, which I believe is $15 per day per person. Only difference is you can do it from your phone, so you don't have to go to the actual ride first to pick up a fast pass and then come back, whatever. Other bonuses, I think, with that same pass, you get unlimited pictures or whatever from any ride, without having to pay extra for it. So if you get a lot of pictures or are too lazy to walk to the ride and whatever, then it definitely pays off. I've heard that Disney World is much bigger, so I could see that being more of a good thing there. So you don't have to cross like there's like 5 parks there to get one fast pass.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's kind of the gist.
Hashtag not sponsored.
Hashtag not sponsored, but I love Disneyland. Please sponsor me.
Yeah.
Not yet.
I don't even
I'm
like
looking
Disney.
at
I just
it.
like Disneyland.
So I can imagine, the thing about those 2 lanes, right? So let's apply that concept to the Mario Park or the Nintendo
Right.
World.
Super Nintendo
The thing about
World.
those, when you go through those lines, if you are, I mean, I've never been to one. I've always just waited in the long line. But like,
Right.
think of that exchange of waiting in the line and walking past all those people. Like, that's going to be the equivalent of like the real life version of like Luigi doing that really dirty look
Yeah.
when he's passing people.
It's pretty funny.
We're basically blue shelling everyone.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Well,
It should be
question-
called a blue shell pass.
Did you guys
So
see they were talking about the what is it called? The power up bands. The power bands.
yeah,
Oh,
those
like
are
the
sick.
details
yeah,
given
they
about
work
that.
with your phone or something, and you can like
Yeah,
get
so
points.
I guess the idea is the Super Nintendo World will use tech smartphone app with a wearable wristband called the Power Bands, which will make you feel like you're part of the game world. You can collect digital coins and compete with others. That makes me think it's sort of like a pseudo game, sort of like how Disney has over years now has like the pins or buttons or whatever, or like you can, or is it coins? I don't know what it is, but like one of those things that you could like trade with people.
Smells like a
Pins.
challenge video.
That's right. Is it
Bandy,
possible?
you gotta collect all the coins.
Dude,
Dude,
people go
Oh, I can do
ham
that.
for those pins. in
Nico has to
Disneyland.
not
Is
pick,
it
like,
pins?
A single coin.
They're pins, yeah.
Yeah, there's like an entire like
They go
underground
hard
like
for pins.
black
All right, I
market
gotta
network
get all the
of that.
pins. I have to make a video about it.
Dude, some of them are like expensive. It's like they go back like 50 years or something. So like if you
That's
want like a
fine.
super rare one from like 1985, it's gonna be like thousands of dollars probably.
Jeez.
It's worth it.
But yeah, they showed
I'll
some
get
images
Race
like
Shuttle
the
Legends
activities
for it.
map, where like it's like a game
that's
map
sick.
overlay, and they have like a Mario, Luigi, Peach, Daisy, Toad, and Yoshi design for like the individual bands. I don't know if this
Those
would
are
play
sick.
into like signing up for rides from afar, like that sort of thing, but it definitely has that sort of game aspect because it's like, well, the keywords
Mhm.
are explore, challenge, and game clear. So maybe it's things like you get rewards for doing a certain amount of rides, or like
Well, it looks
I don't know.
It looks like you can collect stamps. I'm just looking at the picture. It says like someone has six out of 171 stamps. So you probably like get a stamp for riding X ride 999 times
Yeah.
without touching a coin.
Without
Okay.
touching your
Yeah.
coin.
So-
Like I said, I don't know if that could be their way to like clear up that sort of issue, or maybe it just might be a completely like side thing for kids to play for like a game.
I'm
Mhm.
curious about like, a lot of theme parks that have different types of characters, right? You have the people who are dressed up in costume walking around that you take photos with.
Right.
Alongside that, a lot of these theme parks typically have animatronics too. So is it going to be some sort
Freddy
of like
Fazbear.
yeah. Is it going to be some sort of creepy Mario animatronic that like it's going to be brand new right now, right? But like
Yeah.
revisit that 20 years in the future and like his
That'd be
his
sick.
hat's falling apart and like his nose, the paint's coming off it. Like
Oh, dude!
The bite of
when,
2027.
yeah, when are we gonna get like the Goomba stop of 2020? Like for that, I could see them doing like definitely people mascots,
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
going the route of like Disney of having built-in like catchphrases, and that's basically it. So Mario's going Yahoo, like thanks for playing the game, like that sort of garbage. Because I don't think. Can you imagine just like them letting like an actor, like even if he's trying very well, acting as Mario, like just like full talking? It'd be so weird.
It has to be Charles Martinet in the costume. You can't
Yeah.
get anyone
Yeah.
else.
He's
To
not
work him
allowed
to
do
death within
anything
the first
else.
weekend.
they have to clone him.
Oh, hell yeah.
Is there any character that kids absolutely hate from Mario?
Pink
that
Gold
like
Peach. Everyone hates
So-
Pink Gold Peach.
so if
I mean-
someone hypothetically was dressed up as Pink Gold Peach,
You're allowed to slap them.
there's a chance that they might get overtaken by like a mob of kids.
I
Well,
would mob Pink Gold Peach if I saw the costume. I would be very angry.
I was just gonna say, like, if you compare to like the Disney stuff, like in Star Wars, like you have plenty of kids like run up and like bowing down to the Sith and like Darth Vader and all that. So it's not like the bad guys would necessarily get hate.
Yeah, but even like Nintendo's bad guys, like no one hates Bowser.
Yeah.
No.
Bowser's just like a lovable character, even though he's like the main antagonist in most games, right?
Yeah.
I'm thinking of like an early, like a very, very young kid if they actually do just like Wario or Waluigi.
Yeah, I know. Like when I was younger, my family took us to like Universal Studios. There's like Green Goblin or whatever, and I think my brother like kicked him or something in the shin.
Oh my
Like,
god.
my brother was like 2, so it wasn't like a big deal. But like my brother didn't know that like it's a person. He thought it was actually Green Goblin.
Fatality.
Yeah,
That's what I'm getting at. Like, I'm wondering if, like, because like as a kid, sometimes you don't have that, I guess, the correlation. Like, you don't know any better. Like when I went when I was really young to, I didn't assault anyone, but I went to Disney World, and I remember this is before they tore down the Mickey Mouse house. But I was like, this is giant. You go into Mickey's house, and there's this giant red chair. There's a TV behind it, and you can see the mouse ears from behind the TV. I'm like, Mickey's obviously in this chair. And he's watching TV. What is he watching? No matter where you're at in the house, you cannot see the angle of the TV. So I'm like, okay. So I climbed over the fence. The alarm started going off, and I'm like, the TV was static, and Mickey wasn't even in the chair. I was so disappointed. It was just his ears. Like someone like staple gunned his ears to the back of the chair. I'm like, this is
childhood ruined.
Childhood ruined. Yeah. Someone
even as a child, you were like delving deep into the theory. Like you have to get to the bottom of this.
Mickey was scalped.
Oh god. Actually, I was thinking. So you know how if Disney, I keep comparing Disney because I feel like it's the closest comparison that you might have with this because it has like a lot of notable stuff. I wouldn't be surprised if like you know how they have a lot of stormtroopers and whatnot. You could have a lot of like Koopa troopers, Goombas. Well, Goombas would be rough with no arms, just like waddling around, or just like human arms sticking out of a Goomba.
Maybe just like use a Roomba and just like put a Goomba thing on it, have it like roaming around the park.
Perfect.
Imagine someone in a Goomba costume that actually loses their footing and they fall over. No,
that'd be great.
That'd be so funny. That'd be so funny.
I have to wonder what the food is going to be when we're there, because they're probably gonna have some sort of Mario themed food.
All mushrooms.
Yoshi's cookie. They're gonna have cookies of Yoshi.
Ooh.
Maybe.
Well, I mean, there's been cooking games or cooking stuff with like Mario Party and whatnot. They just have like a Mario themed.
Eats a pizza. Yep.
Eats a pizza.
Yeah.
You literally have to like crawl on the ground and eat a pizza.
That'd be so funny.
10 other people.
Also,
spaghetti.
Okay, this is super weird because I don't think a theme park has ever dealt with this. All theme parks have arcades. What on earth is going to be the arcade section for Nintendo?
Mario Kart arcade.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
that's
of
a big
course.
one.
Luigi's.
Well, couldn't they have like the host of the originals, like a bunch of?
Like, yeah, that's the thing. Are they gonna have like classic games like NES, Super Nintendo, N64, maybe even Virtual Boy? Like, are they gonna have like a large selection, or is it just gonna be, their arcade?
I'm sure they'll have some sort of demo area for playing Switch and stuff too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
For sure.
They'll probably have some massive like gift shop where you.
Do you think they'd have anything for 3DS?
By that point, probably not.
Yeah.
I wonder if you can watch like Nintendo Directs at the park. That would be so cool. Just like at the Nintendo store.
Pay money to go to this cramped place just so you can watch from like 30 feet away. Hell yeah.
Didn't they have a like for Mario Kart Arcade GP? Didn't they have like some sort of like punch card or some sort of card you use with
Yes. There's a Mario card that saves your data, so they expect you to come back to it multiple times because you can't beat the whole thing in one sitting.
It's like Big Game Hunter.
So
I want to play the newest one, I think.
So it'd be interesting if they use that same concept, but they had a universal card across all the games in the arcade, kind of like a. I mean, like Dave and Buster's does have points and stuff like that, but like,
it might be the watch thing or whatever.
Yeah, that could connect up to the app.
I could see that.
That's true.
Do you think they're going to release a game that ties into Super Nintendo World?
Nintendo
World Deluxe.
No, I mean, there's no like the Wii and Nintendo Land. Like, I just wonder if they would do any connectivity that way.
Probably
I feel like that'd be big.
I don't think
big like game. Barrier to entry. You'd have to like fly somewhere and enter a park to.
Yeah, true. Super Nintendo World stage for Smash, bringing it back.
Well, hold on. You said barrier to entry, but then wasn't Mario Kart VR like one place in the United States at one time?
Yeah.
But I feel like that wasn't like. I feel like that was mostly just a tech demo. I feel like it wasn't.
Fair.
It was Nintendo sanctioned, obviously, but like it wasn't meant to be like a reason to go out and see it. I guess D-pad hasn't played it. Yeah, like you play for like a minute and a half. It's like pre-scripted. It's not. It was an experience. It wasn't really a game. I guess like you had some way to interact with it, but like I think it was like predetermined who wins, honestly, as well.
Yeah, it kind of felt like that. Your only control was just like the items. You could throw items at people, but.
And honestly, I feel like that was probably a test run for whatever they're gonna do at the actual theme park.
Oh yeah,
I feel like that's what they're gonna do for
enough.
They're just they're data mining us when we played.
Yeah, we were the test subjects.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. They're definitely gonna have like some sort of VR booth where you can try out Mario Kart. They'll probably have a few different Nintendo IPs. I don't know what else.
Mario Kart, do VR Metroid,
That'd be sweet.
Resident
Zelda
Evil.
cool.
Is it? Because it's not just Mario. Is it just a Mario Park, or is it?
I think it's actually mostly Mario. I don't know if they're gonna have stuff like Zelda and Metroid.
I mean, it's called Super Nintendo World, but it's probably gonna be mostly Mario. Because I mean, it's the whole park is like modeled after the Mushroom Kingdom.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything that suggests non-Mario, to be honest.
Zorildo or
oh my god, you know what I was just all theme parks have like haunted rides. There's totally gonna be a Luigi's Mansion one.
That'd be sweet, like a hotel ride.
Yeah, and hopefully they give you like this fake polterguster that's just like you can flip it on and it makes noise. You can pretend to suck up the ghost. That would be so sick.
I feel like
so annoying.
I feel like
it'd be cool.
Flashlights or something like that.
Or flashlights, yeah.
Or maybe
really cool,
like you're on a cart and there's like a couple stationary like vacuums that you use or something. I don't know.
Have you guys ridden the Haunted Mansion ride?
I was gonna say that'd be like a cool version if it was a Luigi's Mansion version.
It can be like that, and people can. I guess it's a rumor or a superstition that people spread their loved ones' ashes on the ride.
I've heard of that. That's weird.
Oh my god!
But I've heard of people doing that. Yeah.
Imagine that. Like someone gets cremated and you dump them on like Luigi's lap.
Luigi's Mansion.
Oh my god! No, if you're gonna go that route, dude, just like skip the middleman in the Bowser section. Just have like a bit of lava. You could. Sorry, too far.
Well, I feel like it would be super on theme for Luigi's Mansion, honestly. I mean, literally, you shake anything in that mansion, and there's like heaps of dust coming out. We don't know where that dust is from.
And
dude,
money.
we made this like
money. I'm sure there's a way they can turn that ride to where you can like get points. I just don't know how.
Yeah.
Like maybe you can like shoot plungers because you can shoot plungers in Mansion 3 and you like aim it, and if there's like ghosts that pop up and if you hit them you get a point or something. I don't know.
Maybe I'm forgetting, but wasn't there some sort of big theme park thing that used a lot of projection onto walls for stuff?
Yeah, a lot of the stuff at Disney World did that too. Like like Haunted Mansion, for example, is actually 3D models or like 3D things in the background being projected onto glass, which makes it look like ghosts.
Yeah, so I was thinking they could go that route with like Luigi's Mansion, but I wonder if how that could interact with some sort of like interactivity, like with a flashlight or something.
Right.
Because it's taking out ghosts, that would be cool. I'd like it if they made it super legit with like Mario or Luigi's Mansion, and like there's just asbestos everywhere.
you literally get cancer on the ride.
I mean, I feel like that's accurate
immersive.
to Luigi.
You have to wear a hazmat suit.
Yeah, can you imagine how many diseases you get from like going through like 100-year-old mansion? It's like dust flying everywhere.
Oh,
yeah, that'd be rough.
Oh yeah.
What? Okay, so there's Luigi stuff, Mario Kart. What else would we have?
Something Bowser Castle. Maybe like a really intense roller coaster ride that plays like Bowser music as you're going through like Koopa's Road.
You know how there's cat cafes? That, but with like Super Mario World or a 3D 3D World. Like not even like joking. Like you could have some sort of like, would they go to like having Tanuki stuff like Sherbertland?
I have, the thing is, going to some of the rides at Disney World recently, like I could see them doing like they had this thing called, I think, like Soaring the Skies or something, where it's like you're in this lift and it actually has you flying around the planet, right?
Mm-hmm.
They actually have, I don't know if they utilize like something from Odyssey where they actually have the Mushroom Kingdom or the world mapped out, like flying around to different Nintendo lands, and this, it's in a theater, but based off all the things, they actually have like you're up above the ground, probably about 40 feet, on these giant, what seemed like roller coaster chairs, and they have like air and stuff coming at you.
So it's like a 4D cinema, kind of like.
Yeah, so like it wraps around, but it's also, it ties into, they have scents. So all the things have like different scents that they put out that make the different environments smell like different things.
It's one of my favorite rides. Love that one.
They have something cool like that in Universal Orlando, where basically like you're put in like this giant cube building, and the ride doesn't actually move, but you put on 3D glasses, and they move it in a way to where it feels like you're actually in whatever the environment was. So like there was Jurassic Park. It actually genuinely felt like you were there because the way they were blowing the wind at you and stuff like that. So I guess they could do something like that for some sort of 4D cinema ride.
I guess I have my one question will be, a lot of these parks, you have the rides, you have, the walk around entertainment. A lot of times they have these establishments where like the actual experience is like 10 minutes long. You sit down, you watch a show, you experience something.
Mm-hmm.
My question is, how do you accomplish that when half the characters can't speak? Or are they going to have characters speak? Because like, I mean, I guess Princess Peach could do all the narrating, but like,
yeah.
When I think about like Mario, like they had this really cool thing, which came out years ago for Monsters Inc. And when you go to it, it's a Magic Kingdom in Tomorrowland or whatever it's called. You sit down and they have 3D animated characters on screen that are referencing the audience, and they have voice actors behind the screen, and the lips of the monsters are actually synced to the person who's actually doing the talking. So they can experience, as these 3D characters can interact with people in the audience, have conversations with them, tell jokes. I'm wondering if they could do something similar for like Mario.
That is actually what Charles Martinet does, because like you can meet Mario at Nintendo World New York. So he does that same thing. Like he's probably wherever he is, and then Mario's talking in New York on a screen or whatever. And I think Luke and Kevin did that when they were there. I think they got him to say like subscribe to SMG4 or something.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
They kind of already do that, and I could definitely see them doing that as a ride.
I feel like there's some characters that would be totally fine talking. Like I think Bowser, Peach,
the same guy from Sunshine.
Honestly, like, dude, anybody that's talking to Sunshine, just like they got the green light. We need chucksters everywhere, just throwing people out of the park. Like,
that's right. That's the security.
All the security. All the security.
Dude, that's such a missed opportunity if they do not do that.
Yeah.
God damn.
Well, I think there's a lot of interesting characters. Like they could have. Like honestly, I think a lot of like Koopas would make a lot of sense. Just hanging around, Shy Guys. I'm thinking like what is the fodder?
Yeah, they'll probably have a bunch of like enemies that are just like models, just kind of like standing around, just to kind of decorate the park.
Chapter 7 Granddad Edition Mario.
Yes,
it only shows up on Saturdays.
I hope they have like Princess Peach's castle, and it's laid out exactly like the main floor in Mario 64, and it's like a gift shop or something. And you go into the gift shop, and each room has the giant painting in the back, but you can also like buy stuff there. I feel like that would be awesome, especially if they had the castle music playing in the background.
Dun, 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 dun.
It's just bumping. You can hear it from like a mile away.
I would like if there's like a Zelda themed shop and they just play the Zelda shop music over and over again.
I'd be very so I'm very surprised. I guess I haven't looked a whole lot into it, but like the idea that like Zelda is not going to be there, like to me,
I have a feeling there's going to be some stuff.
It has to be. I mean, there's I feel like the reason why Link was brought to Mario Maker was specifically because, and this is my theory on the topic, Mario and Zelda used to be like
neck and neck almost.
Yeah, like I mean, in terms of like, but then over the years, they kind of grew apart where like you'd have people who were fans of Mario who weren't fans of Zelda, and vice versa. So like, I think that's kind of the way of bringing it back. Because if you go back to the old interviews between the two, between like the developmental interviews from years ago, like that was always the talk. Like that they went hand in hand.
Right.
And I feel like there definitely has been a shift over the years. It's starting to come back, but I really think that's actually one of the reasons why they made Link a character in Mario Maker, because Mario was just dominating in terms of like online and with kids.
Yeah.
I guess that might also explain why Breath of the Wild and Odyssey are both open world games, because they're both kind of similar. So maybe they're trying to draw back both the audiences together.
Maybe. I'm curious what you guys think, if there might be like small like other sections that get opened up later down the road, like a Zelda area, or like other big Mario.
I think they'll definitely expand on it. Like they'll start with the basic stuff, Mario, a few Zelda, then eventually add like Kirby, Metroid,
because isn't that
Pikmin, stuff like that.
Yeah, isn't that more or less what Disney has done? Like in terms of like they had their core stuff, but eventually they have things like
they have their smaller stuff.
Like they have Star Wars now and like a bunch of different sections. So couldn't that be the route they go? Like just they start with Mario because it's the big thing. Then
Star Wars is the only one I think they added.
All theme
because I know
parks
they
add stuff,
closed.
so
Yeah, but they also closed older stuff. Like they just closed
Yeah.
down the Bugs Life section in California Adventure. They're replacing it with Avengers stuff, I believe.
Yeah.
So I guess like if it lasts long enough, they can, I guess, close down stuff that isn't as relevant. But that's the thing with Nintendo; it's not going to be ever like irrelevant.
They could like
'cause it's
change.
pretty like broad.
Yeah, it's weird with Mario because Mario doesn't really die. So I feel like they could have like Mario Odyssey themed rides, but then they have to replace it when the next Mario game comes out.
Yeah,
Which could
yeah, like
actually
update.
That could actually be really very profitable for them because that incentivizes people to constantly go back to the new, they go back to the theme park to see what the new kind of ride is.
Yeah,
But it's still like the same thing. So yeah.
Also,
go ahead.
I was just gonna say it's worth mentioning or reminding that like we know that the two ones, right, the one in Japan and the one eventually coming in 2023 for Orlando, but there's also apparently plans to bring one to Universal Studios in Singapore, but there's no time frame given. And there's also apparently plans to bring Nintendo attractions to Universal Studios in Hollywood. So I do wonder how huge this could get in say 5 years. Like
Yeah.
is it going to be just massive? I mean, it is Nintendo, but like there's always a chance it doesn't pick up that much.
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. The one in Hollywood, that's going to be, from what I've heard, it's just going to be the Mario Kart ride. That's it. I guess they'll try, because I know they tried in Universal Studios Japan. They've opened like Monster Hunter rides every once in a while. It's never been that big in the West, so I guess they just try it there. They don't really try bringing it here. But obviously Mario is much bigger, so I feel like it could get pretty big, like if people enjoy it enough and keep going. What I was going to say earlier though about reusing rides, I think that's the beauty of VR. Because technically the ride could be the same thing, but if you just like wear a headset during the ride and it's just a different visual experience, it could just renew it. And like, honestly, you wouldn't really know that it's the same thing over and over again. I think they're doing that in some water parks I've seen in Europe now. It's like they'll have the same water slide you go down, but you just like, they give you a VR headset and it's a completely different experience every time you go down. Like you can select if you want to go through like a rainforest or like whatever, but like every single time it's the same ride. Yeah, I just saw it a couple days ago on the internet.
Wow,
but it's
that
like
is fascinating.
Yeah, it's the same ride. It's just it looks different to you, and you probably don't realize it's the same ride.
Holy crap, that would be ridiculous. I'm just like imagining that right now. They could do that.
Yeah, like
they could do a water slide, but except it's like a Mario Kart VR experience. So you're like
Yeah,
going through Rainbow Road or something. That would be so cool.
Waluigi's Pinball.
Yeah, Waluigi Pinball. That'd be sick.
That'd be like the perfect course. Because you like loop around and stuff, and you like go down the actual pinball board.
That would be awesome.
Don't they always have some sort of like baby rides where it's like these are super slow and relaxed? We need like
baby
carefully riding on a Yoshi or something like. Yeah, no, like it's just like what is their version of the teacups? Like like what is their very minimal sort of. I don't even know if a teacup ride is common these days, but you know what I mean, right? Like
like
sort of
exist.
Rotating pipes.
Oh, it could be
you spin a pizza.
It's not
clouds.
Yeah. It's not teacups, but it could be the horse ride from Mario Sunshine, the pink and orange ones, except they're Yoshis.
Oh, I know what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah, from Pinna Park. From Pinna Park, exactly.
Yeah.
What if they just port that over entirely?
Just make a
honestly,
Pinna Park
it's
cool
just
segment.
The whole thing's just Pinna Park.
So we're planning to go to Super Nintendo World at some point. I think they said it opens this summer, right? So we'll hopefully all go there. But yeah, we're hoping to all check out Super Nintendo World. I guess sometime this year. I think it comes out. I think it's being open. I think they said summer of this year. They haven't really given an official date, which is kind of also worrisome because it is like half a year away. So hopefully they don't delay it. But we've kind of been talking about a bunch of us maybe flying out to Japan and checking it out.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
That'd be really cool.
Yeah,
it'd be awesome.
Take some photos of Mario.
IRL. Yeah, IRL Mario pictures.
Like that is premium like IRL video game challenge time.
Is it possible to get a picture with every Nintendo character at Super Nintendo World
in 3 minutes
there you
or
go.
less?
Without touching a coin?
For sure. But thank you so much for obviously tuning in for the 5th episode of Minuscast.
Yes.
Hopefully Chari will be here next time. But until, I was about to do my video close and I'm like, until next time, cheers.
Cheers.
Stay safe and stay awesome.
I'll see you in a bit. Everyone just like uses their own outro.
I don't have
an outro really.
Bye, gamers. That's my outro.
All right. Okay, there we go, guys.
Bye,
all right, guys. We'll catch you in
gamers.
the next one.
All right. See you guys.
See ya.
Deuces.